I'm a businessman with a business plan. I'm gonna make you money in business land. I'm a cool guy talking about GameStop. I'm definitely not a cop.
Why'd you say you're not a cop?
Because I'm not.
I think that you're a cop. I also think that you're a cop.
Listen, boys, you better both stop or I'll have you arrested.
I'm not a cop.
I'm a businessman with a business tan. I spend my days in a big black unmarked van. If you wanna talk turkey, I'm here to talk shop. I'm definitely not a cop.
You're a motherfucking cop. I can tell from the way that you stand. And you said that you worked in an unmarked van.
Well, listen, boys,
I'm not a cop.
I'm a businessman in a coffee shop with a loaded pistol and a bulletproof vest. I saw my wife get killed by the drug cartel. I'm not a cop.
Businessman, why does he have a gun?
Evenings, freedom, spies from the Super Earth Intelligence Agency. Yes, boys, I know that you're there. I hope you enjoyed Businessman by Tom Cardy, who is definitely not a cop. But let's let the now-revealed secret agent men stew for a little bit while Mercy warms up the deadly neurotoxin emitters and we read into the evening news. Don't worry, guys. Reading this only takes me about 15 to 20 minutes or so. You can hold your breath that long, right? Right. First off, we have a live stream announced by Arrowhead R&D starting tomorrow at 9 a.m. Super Earth Eastern Standard Democratic Time. What will they be talking about? What does this all involve? Well, no one really knows. I just know that Arrowhead never announces anything that they do these days. They just up and do it. How do I know that? Well, there was that day last December when I was peacefully writing my evening report when I was suddenly up to my Oslo Democratic assets and angry squids with zero warning. So we're just gonna have to wait and see what the topic of discussion is. Now for news on galactic sphere movements. Early this morning, the defenses centering around Chaos Outer Foresight fell through, and Singe 23 was conquered by the Illuminate, putting the squidge one step closer to the chaotic homeworld of Row 5. So I will reiterate, shadowy helpers, if you don't have an evac plan, get one. You might need to leave in a hurry. A splinter fleet from within the Death Frontier has peeled off to the north and engaged the divers of Genesis Prime, who were small enough that Super Earth respected their declaration of independence, even after they rejected the most adorable Minister of Truth that they ever had. However, the Genesis divers are small enough that it is extremely unlikely that the ministries will honor their mutual defense pact either, and with the Liberation fleet currently engaging the automaton remnants on Curia, it looks like Genesis is being hung out to dry. Sorry guys, you know I tried. Now here's something interesting. Apparently Gunvold has re-established contact with the galactic sphere, and get this, they're hanging out over in the Pinwheel Galaxy. Okay, so where the heck is that? As compared to the next closest galaxy to us, that being Andromeda, which is 2.5 million light years away, the Pinwheel Galaxy is 21 million light years away. So they are way, way down there in the intergalactic trailer park. Ever since they went dark on comms, they have settled a lovely, habitable tropical world and have dubbed it New Gunvolve, proving that the writers, in fact, did not survive the Legion's siege on their last world. However, problems are starting to crop up almost immediately, with New Gunvolve being especially tiny. At best, they're going to be able to settle 10 out of their 30 billion people, with the rest stuck living in starships or looking for somewhere else to live. Super Earth might not be able to reach you all the way out there, Gunvold, but we sure can. We get by on Wormhole Drive, so as long as two intended points exist somewhere in reality that are vulnerable to quantum entanglement, we can make the jump. Time and space mean nothing. Now, Angel's Refuge might not be able to take on nearly that many refugees, but we can certainly take a few off your paws while you get some things settled. But if you don't want our help and just want to be left alone, we'll honor that. Just know that the offer of assistance is on the table if you need it. Though, please do just let us drop off some medical nanites and a few pallets of water. It's hot out there. Now, let's handle those SCIA boys that are currently turning blue in my cargo hold. It has come to my attention that the Super Earth Intelligence Agency has been a very bad boy lately, and even the Ministry of Truth is regarding them as a loose cannon ready to blow. They have been spending their their time developing pathogenic weapons. Such naughty behavior. Like this here, the CV-X209 Red Veil, which, as this reads here, is an artificial viral nanomist engineered to linger in atmospheric conditions and silently neutralize biological targets. It has shown catastrophic efficacy during closed field simulations. It is under dual-site containment at Fort Sentinel and Facility 00X. Concurrent to the threat, the countermeasure, antiviral V9 Silverlung, is undergoing mass field deployment to all SEIA Special Operations personnel. It goes on a bit from there, but this is the part that got my attention. The viral nanomist forms an invisible particle cloud that remains airborne for up to 18 hours in low-wind environments, spreading rapidly through inhalation and skin exposure, and sports such symptoms as hallucinations, coughing, vertigo, seizures, pulmonary distress, major organ failure, and death, with a fatality window within 90 minutes. They made a pathogen that is more contagious and more deadly than the Illuminate prion, and can inflict a 99.2% fatality level in an urban environment within 7 hours. Now, why would you need this, secret agent men? Is there a particular urban settlement that you were trying to find and neutralize? Does Super Earth not like competing with me on the Galactic Stock Exchange anymore? Well, regardless, it has become known to me that a shipment of this Red Veil and Silverlung is moving through the Quintus sector. Boarding actions with such a virulent contagion on board are out of the question, so I hope your men are paid up on their life insurance, SCIA, because they are definitely sucking vacuum by now. Full material losses with no survivors reported. You forced my thaw. You shouldn't have did that. And just in case you were thinking about reprisal for this, let me tell you something. Ever since Gunvold departed beyond the Rim, it has triggered a wave of exploration among the stars. Kaiser Z came across evidence of your travels several weeks ago when scouting his own planet, and he told me where Fort Sentinel is. While I was desperately searching for a way to break the Legion's back before it was too late, I had Mercy do some research for me on long-range strikes. I was curious about how I could pop Legion supply ships while they were clustered in with their super destroyer escorts, and I found a way. I call it an extreme-range superluminal strike, where a ship in FTL drive fires a precision shot with a slow graft in a rapidly decaying alcubier field. The projectile inherits the inertia of the ship, and we stopped testing the muzzle velocity at 8,000 times the speed of light. Not because we were maxing the engines out by any stretch, but it was because we were running out of barren planets to test this on, and we felt that we should probably stop there. With impacts like this, planets stop being consistent spheres of mud, rock, and dirt, and start becoming physics. When a superluminal projectile impacts the targeted planet, it shears molecules and triggers an antimatter detonation, not to mention shattering the tectonic plate the target was situated upon. This is done by a super destroyer already in motion, and the projectile passes by too quickly for an interception to be possible. It's not even possible to detect it before it hits. This is no super weapon. This is just something that I figured out how to do with a real cannon and a set of engines. And if I hear about Red Veil being deployed anywhere, one of these will be dropped off at Fort Sentinel. If you seek any revenge against me and my people, one of these will be dropped off at Fort Sentinel. If I hear about you so much as researching the common cold, enjoy your new crater. I do hope that we are more clear on a few things. I mean, we're all friends here, right? This is just what I managed to accomplish with basic, unupgraded equipment, standard issue to anyone in the Super Earth Armed Forces. This is what I can build in a cave with a box of scraps. Imagine what it would look like when I actually start trying. That's been Liberty's Latest with me, Pandera, the Radio Angel, and I do believe that I have put the fear of democracy into the Super Earth Intelligence Agency. Be sure to tune in for Arrowhead's live stream bright and early tomorrow. It's been you know this one's gonna be a bit of a doozy. For liberty, for freedom, for democracy, and for the preservation of Angel's Refuge.